The giant progressive group MoveOn.org has decided to back Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez against Joe Crowley. So that's incredible news. The Intercept says, the endorsement of challenger Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who's running to represent the 14th District covering parts of the Bronx and Queens, gives a significant lift to her long-shot campaign in its final days, as Crowley has been blanketing the airwaves with television ads. The endorsement, regardless of its impact on the race, is extraordinarily damaging to Crowley's hopes for leading the Democratic Party in the House once Representative Nancy Pelosi of California steps aside. Crowley has been positioning himself for a run as a liberal alternative to Pelosi's longtime number 2, Steny Hoyer of Maryland. But he had done so relying on an outdated frame of what constituted progressive politics, raking in Wall Street cash and generally marrying corporate-friendly politics with liberal approaches to marriage equality, environmental protections, and reproductive freedom. The race against Ocasio-Cortez has also brought an unhelpful spotlight on the inner workings of Crowley's Queens machine, which runs a foreclosure mill, reaps profits from families who die without wills, and enriches Crowley's friends and relatives. Hot diggity damn. So, at the same time that MoveOn, giant progressive group, is endorsing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, what's Joe Crowley doing? Well, the Intercept says Representative Joe Crowley, a senior Democrat facing a progressive primary challenge, is turning to a GOP lobbying firm for campaign cash. These guys have no morals. None whatsoever. It's all about the money. It's all about the victory. He doesn't care how he gets it. He doesn't care if it tarnishes his reputation. He doesn't care how it makes him look. He just wants that power. I need that power. I want to be the leading Democrat in the country. There are quotes of him talking about how he's destined for leadership. And like basically saying, Ocasio-Cortez is fucking a gnat getting in my way. Get out of my way. I'm destined for leadership. It's all about self-aggrandizement. It's all about the power. It's all about the money. It's all about the name recognition. When you turn to a Republican lobbying firm, what does that say? Now, I got to give you the bad news too, man. I'm here to give you all the facts, not just the good news. The bad news is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is being outspent 10-1 by Joe Crowley. That ain't nothing to scoff at, son. I mean, this is what happened. Unfortunately, this is, at least in part, probably majority part, what happened with Allison Hartson, what happened with Paula Jean Swearengin, what happened with Amy Vilela. You have these amazing candidates who start to get traction, and then they just get totally drowned out by corporate money. Paula Jean Swearengin got 30% of the vote when she raised, what was it, like $100,000 or $200,000? And Joe Manchin raised $6 million, bitch. So she way overperformed for the amount of money she brought in. But ultimately, it was that lack of money that she couldn't get her name out there enough. She couldn't get her vision out there enough to really let people know who the real deal is in the race. And that's what happened. So if Crowley's fucking blanketing, carpet bombing the airwaves with his ads, pretending to be Mr. Progressive, yeah, I'm fighting Trump. Trump sucks. And people don't know who Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is, then it's going to be trouble. I mean, I saw a tweet the other day. I think it was an article from The Intercept, and when I clicked on it and I scrolled down, one of the people responding to the tweet said, Joe Crowley has a primary challenger? See, and that's the thing, is it's not that person's fault. It's not their fault at all. You know, you're a political junkie. You know about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You're familiar with this stuff. You know about Democratic Socialists. You know about Working Families Party. You know about PCCC. You know about Justice Democrats. You know about Our Revolution, blah, 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 blah. Most people don't. Most people don't. And unless mainstream media is covering it, unless CNN's got it on, unless their fucking local news has it on, it's hard for these candidates with no money and no name recognition to break through. But the good news is there is some traction there, and even if she didn't win this time around, she's now, like, people don't realize, man, and Ro Khanna talks about this all the time, he lost twice before he won. So for everybody out there, Paul Jean Swearengin and Allison Harson, they feel bad. If they were to keep going, I know it's hard because they're regular people. They don't have all the money to run these campaigns. They go broke in the fucking process. We get it. That's how the establishment beats you down and disincentivizes you from running and keeps the status quo as it is and the powers that be in charge. But with enough fighting, we'll win, because what they rely on is after a good candidate loses, they want you to sulk and they want you to run away and they want you to say, fuck this. They rely on that. So really what the intelligent counter reaction is to say, oh no, I'm going to double down now, even if we lost and even if we got crushed. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez race, but I know that in due time, we can win this fight. And who knows, maybe she wins it right now. I don't know. Again, he's way outspending her, but we will see. And this story says a lot, doesn't it? As the biggest progressive group, one of the biggest progressive groups in the country endorses Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Joe Crowley is groveling to a Republican lobbying firm because he has no morals, he has no scruples, he is all about the self-aggrandizement and the power, and it couldn't be more clear.